Welcome back. Hello guys. Previously we talked about roles and permission, and in this tutorial we'll be looking at user record management. But before we start user record management, when I say user record management, I'm talking about this guy over here. Before we jump into this, we want to talk about I want to complete what I started with roles and permission, and I want to give you an example of that. Let me come back to home. As you can see, we see hello admin1 and the email address. So let's come over here, and I'm going to clean everything we have here, and I'm going to say this, and I'm going to make this div class. I just want to show you something, and just pardon me, okay? Right, so we have another one. So over here we are going to echo, we want to get, remember what I said earlier, or we want to get user, get active, or whatever. Let's just type admin, and let's come over here and type user. Let's make the paddings to be 5. Justify content between around. Alright, so we have user, we have admin. Okay, that's not bad, but I want to show you something. We want to create multiple dashboard so that when admin logs in, they are going to see a different dashboard, and when user logs in, they are going to see a different dashboard. Right now, this guy is the admin, as you can see from the name. So let's log out from the admin and log in with user 1. Now user 1 is user. He's not admin, but he sees the same dashboard admin sees. So how do we control the dashboard of a thing? Because the dashboard of a thing isn't here. What we have over here is the sub pages, okay? And again, dashboard, when we say dashboard, what it means is simply the index page or the home page. For me, that's what I see it as. What makes it a dashboard is the content, all right? But for the sake of whatever, I'll be calling it dashboard. Okay, so to do that, you can come over here and click on this button that says add dashboard. Before this button will be visible, or before this button becomes active for function, you must have enabled these rows. So let's turn it off and say okay, and let's preview our work and go back. You can see the add dashboard is off, so you have to enable this row. Okay, preview, then come back before the add dashboard button becomes active. And this delete dashboard, it becomes active after creating a dashboard. So I think there should be something here, but they have replaced it with labeling. Alright, so let's go on and create a dashboard. So we are going to create a dashboard, and it asks us this dashboard belongs to who. So we want it to belong to the admin, and we want to say okay. Alright, so over here we are going to say this is for admin, and we preview it. So currently we are not seeing anything because this guy is user. His role is user, not admin. So let's log out and log in as admin 1. So as you can see, what we are seeing something different. This is for admin. So that is the different dashboard we are talking about. Okay, so I'm going to delete the dashboard, the admin dashboard. I'm going to explain something again, and this thing will help me, or will help all of us to understand the user record management I'm talking about. So let's preview it again. As you can see, the initial dashboard is off, and we are now seeing the general dashboard for everybody. Alright, so let me show you something. Let's come over to our home, to the code we made here. Well, let me type something just to let you know that this is the code I'm talking about. Let's say test white. Preview it. So it's now white. The tests are white in color. So we want admins to be seeing this, and we want users to see this. How do we achieve that? Now we are talking about what we called conditional statements in PHP. That is logic statement in PHP. Okay, it's not basically PHPRad, but PHP entirely. I know this is about basics of PHPRad, but you know, you can never be a basic learner. You can never be a basic for the entire life learning basic things. As you are taking the basic tutorials, you have to get yourself ready for the advanced ones. So that's what we are doing right now. And the conditional statement I'm talking about is, first of all, you need to open a PHP environment, and this thing is all about closing it. Okay, so I've opened a PHP environment, and the conditional statement or the logic statement we are going to use for this tutorial, this particular one, is what we call if statement. Okay, that if statement needs a statement inside it. So over here, over these two brackets is where you will type your statement, and your statement takes effect on anything inside here. Okay, let me delete this. So the action of this, whatever, okay, let me say, so this is the statement actually. It will take effect on anything that is inside here. Okay, so having said that, let's try to, let me show you something. If 1 is the same, you have to use equal bracket, because you have to use double equal sign. What it means is you are checking from the left and from the right. You are comparing two things. You are not declaring a variable or declaring a something by saying 1 is equals to 2. No, but you are double checking it to see if this and this is the same. Okay, if 1 and 2 is the same, that is the perfect explanation of this double equals. If 1 and 2 are the same, equal 1 and 2 are same. So let's preview this guy. We need, whatever you are making use of this curly bracket or whatever they call it, please, you need this semicolon or whatever they call it. You need this sign. You need it to close your statement, else you are going to receive errors. Okay, so let's preview it and let's see. So we are seeing nothing is being tested at, because 1 and 2 are not the same. So let's say if 1 and 1 are the same, echo this thing. So we preview. See, 1 and 2 are same. So what matters most is not what you have here, but what matters is the statement is itself. So there's another one called if not equal. If 1 and 2 is not equal. So we preview. We are seeing nothing, because 1 and 2 is the same thing. There's no not between it. But of course 1 and 2 are not equal. They are not the same thing. So we preview it. We are going to see something. So that is the if statement. And now if you understand this if statement, then you will understand how PHPRad makes, or how they build these roles and permission of a thing. So we are now going to query something. Let me delete this thing. Remember the code. This is the format. What you need is the format. This is the format you need. And this is the key. This is the major thing. This is the major thing. You can add another one that says else. So if it's not true, you are going to do the action or the test or whatever inside here. If this one is not true, if this one is true, do this anything here and leave anything here. But if this thing is not true, then don't do this thing and do whatever we have here. I just don't know how to explain this thing very down. So let's close this. I like to explain something if you can understand codes like this, like just in chips or kind of in snippets like this, and you can code more even without typing the actual sentences. You can just continue to declone something and start your function. Then you can make even Android app. Seriously. All right, so let's clean this. Let's clean it, and let's close this thing, and let's come here. Okay, so inside here, let us do something. So what are we coming to do? We want to say if the user role is user, show this code. But if it's not true, show this code. Or in the other way around, we can say if the user role is admin, show this code. Let me zoom in. If the user role is admin, show this code. If not, show this code. Therefore, the user role is user, or probably the user role is staff, or the user role is customer, or the user role might be anything. So let's start. We start by opening the PHP environment, and we type in our if statement, and over here we are going to have that statement, and if it is true, we want to execute any code here. So because this isn't a PHP code, so we want to close the PHP code, even though the curly bracket or the execution is still open. It covers everything, but we've closed the PHP environment, so HTML can take its place. So we want to say if let's move on. We want to say if 1 is same as 1, show this thing. Then we want to continue our PHP code. Remember that we've closed it here, so we want to open it again. PHP, we have opened it, and we have closed what we started here. We closed it here, and we say else. So if it's not true, we close this thing so that this one will take effect. So we come down here and close, open our PHP environment and close this curly bracket. All right, that is it. It's as simple as that. So if 1 is equal to 1, then do this code. If not, do this one. Let's preview it. Of course, 1 is equal to, so we are going to receive this admin. Then the other one, we are going to skip it. We can say if is not equal to 1, then we are going to view the user one, because we are going to skip the admin. All right, so now let's use our admin inside the statement. Instead of using strings like 1 and 2, let's use a kind of actual statement. So now we are going to use remember what I explained earlier on, which is let's bring this thing down. I said get active user. Remember what I explained about this code. So we are going to use it now, and the role or the field we want to check is the role. All right, good. There's another quick way of doing it, and that quick way is by just typing, let me cut this thing, by just typing user row. But before this global, or is it a function, or yeah, before this global, I think is a method. Before this global something starts taking effect, or this variable or whatever, before it can start take effect, you must have enabled the rows and permission, else they are going to say undefined variable or undefined something. Alright, so we are going to use it in our if statement. We want to say if user row is the same as admin, show this thing. But if it's not the same, that is else, show this one. So let's preview it. As you can see, it is the admin, that's why we are showing this. So let's log out and log in with user 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you can see, we are seeing something else. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, I'm back again. So as you can see, we logged in with user and we are not seeing the admin side. So that is basically how this dashboard does its function of a thing. We can use the if statement to control the entire thing and say if it's admin, then show all this content. If it's not admin, show the other one. So having said that, let's move on to understanding the user records and management. It's all tailed down to if statement, but they handle it from the SQL side. Okay, they handle it from the SQL when fetching the record itself. So let's explain, or should we make it the next class? Yeah, let's make it the next class so that this video will be short. In the next class, we are going to talk about this user record management in full.